Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on coordinate geometry part 7. A special puzzle to warm up the brain cells is on the next slide. The answer will be given at the end. Enjoy. What is the meaning of the following? Good luck with it and see how you go. Shortest distance from a point to a line. This section looks at how to calculate the shortest distance from a given point to a given line. The sketch above provides a visual representation of the task. Here's the example. Find the shortest distance between the point -1, 8 and the line y equals x minus 1. So here's a sketch just to set it out for you to see what we're after. Here's our point -1, 8, and we need to find the distance from that point to that line there such that D is the shortest distance. Now common sense will tell us that the shortest distance occurs when this red dotted line is at right angles to the black line, so that must be 90 degrees. So let's use that information to proceed. Here's the solution. I've written this equation here. This is the point gradient formula because we will need that very shortly. So I just wrote that there for ease of reference. The first thing we need to do is find the slope of the red dotted line. Since this line is at 90 degrees to the black line, we have m1 times 1 equals -1, therefore m1 equals -1. m1 is the slope of the dotted red line. That's very straightforward because you see here the slope of the black line is 1 because that's m. So if the two lines are perpendicular, then 1 times -1 equals -1, because you remember when you multiply the two slopes together, when the lines are perpendicular, the answer is -1. So that's how we arrive at that answer. We can now use the point gradient formula to find the equation of the dotted red line. So you remember x1, y1 was -1, 8, so we're using that. That's the point. And our gradient that we're using is -1 that we've just worked out. Substitute that information there into the point gradient formula and go through it slowly and simplify, and you will end up that x plus y equals 7 is the equation of the red dotted line. So now we've made some good progress. Let's see how we proceed on the next slide. Now we need to find the intersection of the two lines. So basically here's the black line and this is the red dotted line. We have to find this intersection here. Okay, we've just worked out the equation here of the red dotted line. That's the original equation we were given. And all we do is solve those two simultaneously. So we substitute y equals x minus 1 into equation 1. There's x minus 1, and that's the value for y. So we put x minus 1 in there. We do our substitution and we simplify, and we arrive at x equals 4. So the x coordinate of the intersection is 4. When we substitute 4 here into that equation, we get y equals 3. So y equals 3. So the point of intersection is 4, 3. So there it is there. We've made some great strides here because now we have the line where we need to find that distance. We have a point there and we've got a point there. So guess what? Now we use the following formula to find the distance between the 2 points. So it's the distance formula. We'll use x1, y1 as -1, 8. x2, y2 was 4, 3. Substitute that information into the distance formula, and we arrive at d equals the square root of 50. When we simplify that, that is 5 the square root of 2. So the distance between -1, 8 and 4, 3 is 5 the square root of 2, and that is the shortest distance between the original point and the line. Collinear points. 3 points are said to be collinear if they all lie on the same line. That is, they all satisfy the equation of the line. Example. Determine if the 3 points 1, 2, 3, 1 and 5, 0 are collinear. The solution. Use the first 2 points to find the equation of the line. So because we're working with 2 points, we're going to use the 2-point formula, which is here. I've written this down for our reference. We'll let x1, y1 be 1, 2, and x2, y2 be 3, 1. We substitute that information into the 2-point formula to arrive at this line here. We simplify the right-hand side to arrive at that line. Cross-multiply to arrive at this line. And here we have the equation of the line where those 2 points here, they lie on that line. So those 2 points there lie on that line because that is the equation we've worked out by using those 2 points. Now substitute 5, 0 into this equation and see if the 3 points are collinear. Okay. Now the value of x is 5, so we put 5 where we see x. The value of y is 0, so we put 0 where we see y. And we have 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 5 equals 5. So the points are collinear. So those 3 points lie on the same line. Here's a quick quiz to help you. Please check through the video at any time. The answer to the puzzle, what is the meaning of the following? Sundown. I'm pretty confident you got that one. Here are the answers to the quick quiz, and the video is at your disposal.